Buzz's Retirement Garage. It's Thursday. And I was thinking, I was watching a video from Jim and Sherry. They have a channel called Our Retire Early Journey. And if you're in your 40s, 50s, I think you should check them out because they do a really good job with their financial picture and how Jim lays it out. They do a really good job. So check out Our Retire Early Journey with Jim and Sherry. Me, on the other hand, since I'm an old fart, I do everything by pen and paper. I don't do spreadsheets. I don't do computer stuff. People have asked me, how come you don't document your stuff on spreadsheets? And I said, well, I used to do that when I worked. I don't work any longer. So spreadsheets just remind me of those those days, so I don't want to use them. Yeah, I do use them for certain things. Like when I do my Costco and Sam's Club and my different shopping, I jot down all the prices of the food, and then I carry that cheat sheet with me, so if I go to a different store, I can look and see, oh, well, Sam's had it for this, or Costco had it for that, and maybe I should just wait. Or if I see a sale, I'll put down a sale price. So I do use spreadsheets for some things. It does come in handy, but Jim and Sherry do a really great job. So I was watching their video about their June update, and it got me to thinking, their June financial update, and it got me to thinking it's been about 3 or 4 months since I've done mine. As most of you know who are subscribers, I have money. I'm not a millionaire. I'm not a half a millionaire. I'm not even close to those two pinnacles. But as you know, at the end of the month, I'm trying to, I do Social Security videos because I'm trying to live on Social Security alone. Now, I get these comments, you know, you're not supposed to live on Social Security alone. What's the matter with you? I know that. I know that. You're preaching to the choir here. I know that. My goal is to not go back to work, to see if I can retire on Social Security only and not touch my savings, right? So it's just a goal, and if it works, it works, and it has been working for 7 months now. I haven't really touched my savings account. My Social Security has worked. Now, prices are going up. So am I going to be able to continue this? I don't know what in January. It probably looks like 2.6 to 3% if we're lucky for Social Security increase. What's the Medicare increase going to be? I'm hearing some bad vibes out there. I don't know. But, you know, so what I'm trying to do is retire on that. So there's my savings. It sits over here, so let's break down where my savings is at, okay, just so you guys know. Now, disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. If I was any type, if I had any smarts at all, financially, I wouldn't be working on Social Security only videos, right? If I was smart. You know, we were a one-income family since 1985, so I did the best I could, because I get a couple comments. Oh, what'd you do with all your money? What's the matter with you? You know, hey. To each his own. We have a comfortable lifestyle. We're not complaining. A lot of people out there are better, and there's a lot of people out there worse off. So we're always gonna be grateful for what we have, and we're not gonna complain about anything. So anyway, that being said, here is my breakdown, and let's see, it's got a little bit of a glare here, but let's go through this real quick, okay? So I'm going to try to hold this steady instead of propping it up on a stand or anything. So Buzz's Retirement Garage, I wrote that on there because I'm finding that I'm getting somebody's posting my videos onto TikTok as well. Which is fine. I mean, I don't care, but I just want them to know that, you know, Buzz's Retirement Garage on YouTube is the place to be. But for you young people on TikTok, you know, take advantage of some of this information, and maybe it'll help you as you go through life, right? So my E-Trade account is 35% of my money. Cash, CDs, regular bank accounts that don't pay much is 28%. And mutual funds through Principal is 37%. So that's about 100%. I took my shoes off to figure that out, but it's about 100%. So on the E-Trade account, that's the account that I kind of play around with. So you see the percentages of that 35%. I know TFSL is my local bank. They're a very small bank. They're very careful with their loans. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, and 42% is really high if you ask anybody, but I don't care. It pays a great dividend. I'm happy with it. It's been paying that dividend for a while. I like it. And anytime it gets below the point where I started buying it, I pick up more. So 42% of that 35% is just for that one stock. Like I said, I'm in love with the dividend. It's not a big money maker, but it pays my bills. SCHD, most of you who do any type of financial stuff, you know about that one. And I'm at 15%. It's okay. I think it's getting me around 7 to 8% right now. It's all right. It's not, it's not a big showboat, but it's okay. GMGI, that's a flyer. If you look at that stock, it's a gambling. They do some electronic gambling type stuff, and they're picking up licenses. They make money. It's just off the radar. It's a very cheap stock, no dividend. But yeah, I have 10% in there because I think it's an up-and-coming stock. If you take a look at the chart, it doesn't look great, but I have faith in it. So ET, Energy Transfer, I only have 9%. I'd like to add more to that position. I think I'm up 14% on ET right now, at last I checked. SPYI, it's a newer one for me. I took some earnings and started a position in SPYI about a couple months ago. EVgo W, these are warrants. Now EVgo is the charging station, electric charging station company. It's bound to happen in some form or fashion sooner or later. The warrants, believe it or not, were only 14 cents. Just recently they jumped to 28 cents. So yeah, so I made a little bit of money there and sold a little bit of that. So let's see what happens there. But again, that's just a long shot type of thing. But it's okay with me. This is my play money, so to speak. JEPQ, most of you have probably heard of that one. JEPI and JEPQ, I have a small position there. And then I have 6% in other places. Cash, most of my cash or CDs are into the 4 to 5% range. Yes, I do keep some money in the bank, in the checking account, which doesn't really gain anything. But that's fairly low, so I'll transfer money over if necessary. My Social Security does go into the checking account. So, that bit of money doesn't really gain any interest. The mutual funds through Principal is 37%. I have the large cap S&P 500 index. It's got a low cost to it. I think it's 0.05%. I'm not positive, but the cost is pretty low. So 78% of that 37% is into the S&P 500. When I look today, it was a gain of 20.29% year to date. This is just year to date, okay? So the market's been doing fairly well, as we all know. I got some mid-cap 400, 22% or the remainder, and it's at 5.81. Respectable, not great, but respectable. So that's where Buzz is at right now. Any comments? Concerns? Am I nuts? Do you see something I should be doing different? Bring them on. There is something I want to do though. I think the market's going to do, and again, I'm not an expert, far from it, right? But I think the market's going to stay up. September, October, there could be a dip. So I'm going to talk to some people, and I want to see, I might take siphon off some of this money and lock it up, because I don't know, Powell's talking about lowering the rates. You know, maybe what he does isn't going to impact things too much, but if he does do something in September, there could be and with the politics going on right now, I think I'm good for now, but I'm thinking in September, by no later than mid-September, I want to make a move and move some stuff, because if he does lower rates, your CDs and your stuff, of course, are going to drop down a little bit. So if I can get some longer range CDs that are, you know, staying into the 5.5, or whatever I can find, and lock those up for a while, maybe that's a good strategy. So, but got to kind of do that now. Take a good hard look at that now. What are your thoughts about that? What do you think is going to happen in, you know, September, October, November, as far as the market is concerned, based on all the political and geopolitical things that are going on? We're not going to talk politics, but just monetarily, what do you think is going to happen? Appreciate your input, as I always do. I learned so much from you guys, and hope to learn some more. So anyway, Buzz's Retirement Garage, let's get out of here for today. We'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.